Three girls left their village in search of a better life. Within months, they had everything: money, fame, power. But one mistake destroyed everything. This is the price of Lagos. In a quiet village where life moved slowly and nothing ever seemed to change, three young women woke up to the same reality every day. Ify, Ada, and Chioma. Three young women with big dreams and bright hopes for the future. They had done everything they were told would lead to success. Gone to school, earned their degrees, and waited patiently for life to begin. But reality had been different. No opportunities came, no doors opened, and slowly, their dreams began to feel farther away than ever. But among the three, Ify was different. She wasn't the quiet type who waited for life to happen. Ify was bold, outspoken, always moving, always talking, always dreaming out loud. She was the kind of girl who asked questions nobody else dared to ask, the one who refused to accept this is how things are. While others adjusted to the slow life of the village, Ify felt trapped by it. Every dusty road, every repeated day, every missed opportunity. It irritated her. Deep down, she believed she was meant for something bigger, something louder, something more, and unlike the others, she was ready to chase it. And then, in the middle of that ordinary day, something unusual happened. A sleek, expensive car rolled slowly into the village, drawing attention from everyone around. It didn't belong there, and as it came to a stop, Ify's eyes narrowed. Because inside that car was someone she knew. Chizzy. A familiar face. From a life that once looked just like hers. For a second, Ify froze, trying to process what she was seeing. Then suddenly, her face lit up. She rushed forward, and the two of them embraced tightly, laughing, excited, overwhelmed by the reunion. It had been a long time. But as they pulled away from the hug, reality settled in. This wasn't the same Chizzy she used to know. Everything about her had changed. Her skin glowing, her confidence louder, her presence commanding attention. Ify looked her up and down, unable to hide her curiosity anymore. How did you do it? Chizzy smiled. Calm, controlled, almost mysterious. Call me, she said softly. If you're ready to leave this place. And just like that, she got back into her car. The engine roared to life, and within seconds, she was gone, leaving dust in the air, and something new in Ify's heart. A question she could no longer ignore. That evening, Ify walked back home slowly. Not because she was tired, but because her mind was no longer at peace. Everything she had seen kept replaying in her head. As soon as she got in, she found Ada and Chioma, and told them everything. The car, the transformation, the confidence, every single detail. They listened in disbelief, their faces filled with shock, then curiosity, then something deeper, because for the first time, someone they knew had escaped this life. That night, silence filled the room, but inside Ify's mind, there was noise, restlessness, questions, possibilities. Sleep didn't come easy. Days passed, the decision had already been made. No long thinking, no hesitation. Ify stood up and started packing her things. She was done waiting. Her friends wished her well, masking their uncertainty with forced smiles. It felt like a normal goodbye, but deep down, it wasn't. At the motor park, surrounded by noise and movement, Ify clutched her small bag tightly. This was it. No turning back. When she arrived in Lagos, it felt like a different world entirely. The noise, the speed, the energy, everything moved fast and demanded even faster decisions. And just as promised, Chizzy was there, effortless, composed, in control. Like she belonged to this life completely. But nothing prepared Ify for what came next. When they stopped in front of the house, she couldn't move. The building stood tall and elegant, a clear sign of a life she had never imagined for herself. Inside was even worse, or better, clean lines, soft lights, expensive taste. Everything looked like a dream. Ify turned slowly, taking it all in, trying to understand how this was real. Ify finally found her voice. She looked at her, still trying to connect the person in front of her to the girl she once knew. Chiz, don't. The word came softly, but firmly. Ify paused. A slight smile formed on her face, controlled, confident. "I don't go by that name anymore," she said. "It's Chelsea now." The name sat differently. It sounded expensive, intentional. "If you're going to be here, you'll need to understand how things work." She stepped closer, her voice lowering just a little. "Relax first. I'll take you somewhere soon. Then you'll understand everything." And just like that, the distance between who she used to be and who she had become became very clear. But instead of answers came silence. Days passed. Ivy rested, observed, adjusted, but the truth remained just out of reach. Then one day, Chelsea said it was time. No explanation, no details, just a quiet instruction that felt serious. They got into the car and drove far, leaving behind the noise of the city, into a place that felt different, quiet, isolated, watching, and somewhere in that silence, Ivy realized this was no longer just about success. And there, she met Mama, a woman whose presence alone said everything without words. There were no long explanations, no sweet promises, just a waist bead and a rule that sounded simple, but carried weight. 3 months after visiting Mama, things slowly began to change. At first, it was small, little opportunities, unexpected connections. Then suddenly, everything started opening up. Money flowed, doors opened without effort, and before she could fully understand it, Ivy had stepped into a life she once only imagined. And soon, there was something to celebrate. She and Chelsea raised their glasses, smiling, laughing, to a life that finally said yes. Not long after, Ivy settled into her new life, her own space, her own comfort, and she couldn't wait to share it. She invited Chelsea over, excited, proud, ready to show how far she had come. The moment Chelsea arrived, they embraced warmly, like friends who had walked the same journey. Then together, they walked inside, into a home that now told Ivy's new story. Inside, the laughter came easily, soft conversations, light teasing, the kind only girls who understand each other can have. They talked about life, how everything had changed, how things were finally working in their favor. And in that moment, Ivy felt it clearly. She had arrived. Then she said, "I think it's time for me to change my name to something befitting class." She said, "Athena, yes, that is the name." She asked Chelsea to call her by the name Athena. Chelsea smiles and said, "That is it, girl." Then, almost casually, she mentioned it. She would be traveling back to the village, just for a while, to see where she came from, now as someone completely different. And just like that, Athena stepped into a new kind of life, a life where everything looked effortless, but felt unreal. Days turned into moments of soft living, beautiful places, quiet luxury, and a lifestyle that people only watched online. She became seen, not just as a girl trying to survive, but as someone people admired, someone people wanted to be. And slowly, Athena began to call it her new normal. And then, she went back. Not as the girl who left, but as someone entirely different. When Ada and Kioma saw her, they couldn't hide it. Shock, admiration, disbelief. She had become everything they once talked about. They couldn't hold it in anymore. The questions came almost immediately. How? How did you do it? Kioma's eyes searched her face. Ada leaned forward, restless, unable to hide her curiosity, and said to her, "Ivy, this wasn't just luck. This was something else." Athena smiled, calm, composed, almost too composed, and said to them, "Let me reintroduce myself one more time. My name is not Ivy any longer. Call me Athena." Then she shrugged lightly. She told them what they wanted to hear, that Lagos was full of opportunities, that she simply took a chance, that she moved when others stayed back. That steer moved when others stayed back, reminding them how she had said it before, that the city had more to offer, that they chose to remain behind. The room fell into a brief silence. They knew this was more than just opportunity, but Athena said nothing more. The truth. She kept just out of reach. The evening of that day after Athena left, Kioma sat still, staring and looking lost, her mind heavy with questions she couldn't answer. Ada silently questioned herself what she's still doing in the village, thinking of everything they had seen. The house, the confidence, the life Athena now lived. It didn't make sense, but it was tempting, very tempting, and somewhere between doubt and desire, a decision quietly began to form. The next day, Ada spoke first. She found her mother and told her everything about Lagos, about Athena, about the life waiting for her. Her mother listened carefully, not afraid, but not fully convinced either. Still, she saw the determination in her daughter's eyes, and slowly, she gave her consent. Kioma's conversation was different, more careful, more uncertain. She explained what she saw, but her voice carried hesitation. Her parents exchanged glances, quietly reading what she wasn't saying. They warned her gently to be careful, to think deeply before stepping into something unknown. Kioma nodded, but deep down, her mind was already made up. A few days later, they packed what little they had. No certainty, just hope. At the motor park with bags in hand, they took one last look around. Then without turning back, they stepped forward and left the life they knew behind. Lagos welcomed them. Loud, busy, alive in a way they had never seen before. Clutching the address Ivy had sent, they made their way through the unfamiliar streets, asking questions, moving carefully until they finally found it. The house. Even from outside, they paused, surprised, unsure. Was this really where Ivy lived? They stepped into the compound, slowly, taking it all in. And then, Athena was happy to see them, arms wide open. They rushed into her embrace, laughter breaking the tension. Moments later, she led them inside, and that was when it hit them fully. The space, the beauty, the comfort. They looked around in disbelief, touching things, exchanging glances, quietly asking questions without words. How? How did she get here? Ivy only smiled, calm, assured, like this life now belonged to her. She handed them drinks, welcoming them properly, and soon, they settled in. The conversation flowed easily, light laughter, small teasing, but underneath it all, curiosity lingered. That night, they slept under her roof, still trying to understand the life she was now living. A few days later, Athena told them it was time. No explanation, just a quiet instruction. They followed her, leaving the city behind, driving farther into a place that felt different. They arrived somewhere far from Lagos, quiet, isolated, with only a few huts scattered in the distance. And there was Mama, seated, waiting, as if she already knew why they had come. Then spoke. What she was about to give them came with rules. Strict rules. Water must never touch it. Not while bathing. Not while swimming. Never. Then, she reached into her clay pot and brought them out. The beads. One by one. She handed it to them. Carefully, silently, and without fully understanding, they accepted. Months after meeting Mama, everything changed. Slowly at first, then all at once. Money came, opportunities opened, and before they could question it, they were already living it. That night, they celebrated. Glasses raised, laughter filling the room, to a life that had finally answered them. And from that moment, their lives took a new shape. Luxury became normal, beautiful places, soft living, a lifestyle they once only imagined. Now, they were inside it. One day, Athena took them to see someone important, Chelsea, the one who started it all. The welcome was warm, but different, like stepping deeper into a world they were only just beginning to understand. They sat together, talking, observing, learning. Then Chelsea spoke, calm, confident. She told them it was time to fully step into the life, to meet the people who made everything possible. That night, they followed her out into the lights, the music, the life of Lagos at night. There, they met them. Men of influence, men of power. And just like that, another door opened. And then, in the middle of it all, the laughter, the excitement, the freedom, Ada forgot. Just for a moment. She stepped into the water, still wearing the bead. She felt unease. That night, Ada couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned, her body restless, her mind unsettled. Then the dreams came. Strange, dark, and too real to ignore. Something didn't feel right anymore. The next morning, she told the others what she saw. Her voice was uneasy, her eyes searching for reassurance. But they laughed it off, calling it just a mistake. Nothing to worry about. Or so they thought. But it didn't stop. The next night, It happened again, then it reached the others, one after the other. The same dark dreams returned. Sleep was no longer peaceful. Fear began to settle in. They gathered together, confused, shaken, afraid. No one could explain it. No one could stop it. The laughter they once shared was gone, now replaced with silence and tension. Something was clearly wrong. They didn't wait any longer. Together, they went back to Mama, hoping for answers, hoping for a solution. Their steps were quicker this time, driven by fear, not curiosity. They needed help. But Mama remained the same, calm, unmoved, distant. She looked at them, one after the other, no sympathy in her eyes. "I warned you," she said, her voice cold and final. "There is no solution." And she asked them to leave her place. Athena grew quiet and holding her phone, hoping to see it ring, more quiet than the others. Mama's words kept echoing in her mind. No solution. She could see it now. Everything they built, slipping away. And for the first time, she was afraid. And from that moment, everything began to fall apart. The money stopped coming. The calls slowly disappeared. The life they once enjoyed faded away. Doors that opened, easily, now closed, as if it was never real. And then, the blame faded into silence again, this time heavier. Reality settled in slowly. There was no fixing this. No going back to how things were. Only consequences. Waiting. They sat together, but nothing felt the same anymore. The silence broke into blame. One pointing at the other. Regret spilling from every word. If only they had listened. If only they had been careful. In the end, there was nothing left to hold on to. No luxury, no laughter, no life they once knew. Just silence and the weight of their choices. So they walked away with nothing but themselves and a truth they could never escape. Because not every open door is a blessing. Some paths look beautiful at the beginning, but hide consequences you cannot escape. What feels like sudden success may come with a cost too heavy to carry. And in the end, the price of shortcuts is always revealed.